Yeah, let's do it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the universe? Welcome back to the garage, and on this absolutely gorgeous day, I am stuck in the garage because I am on call. Yep, work's got me sticking around the house. So while I'm waiting for a call to come in where I can go out and make some of that overtime money, I'm going to do some electrical. Why not? I'm going to do some stuff to Empress that you can't see every day, but will definitely make her just a little bit better. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install a Sharai. I found this kind of odd. It's a LiFePO 4, which they're calling a lithium iron battery. But you know, one of the secondary things that you can get out of these is that they're a lot lighter, like 1/5, 1/6 the weight of a traditional cell, and we'll test that here in just a minute. But the primary reason why you want to go with something like this, specifically the Sharai, is because this model here for the Tuono, which if you guys are looking around, is an LFX 19A4-BS12. What that means is it's the lithium, the LFX has got to be that lithium iron battery. The 19 is a 19 amp hour, but it's got 285 cold cranking amps. And that's something that we really want on these bikes because reading through some of the forums, it looks like a lot of the issues that you run into with the hot start is actually related to your cold cranking amps. So there's all these fixes about, you know, adding a ground, and I did this and I increased the size of my wire, and then as soon as I went to a LiPo, I never had this problem again. So we're going to go to the LiPo, even though I've never encountered it before. So with the Sharai, you get all kinds of this closed cell foam inside, and that's meant to ooh, I get a cool sticker. Got a lot of cool stickers. Nice. And some manuals, and then some more closed cell foam all around the battery. There's our screws for our terminal. Let's pull this battery out. Yeah, that's still heavier than that battery that I put into Duchess, but we'll check the weight. They claim, was it like 2.8 pounds or something like this for this battery? It's still super light. Now, Sharai has their own proprietary charging system, and it's due to the fact that this battery will not sulfate when it's charging, and that's something you want to watch out for if you're hooking up any sort of a battery tender or a charger to a bike that has a lithium ion or a lithium iron battery. In this case, any of the LiPo cells, you can't have a desulfate cycle on your charger. So you're safe with a Sharai, you're safe to use a battery tender. They have their own charging station that you can buy. It's another 80 bucks, dude. I've got other places I can spend my money. I've got a battery tender which Sharai begrudgingly says they're okay to use. So I'm going to use that, because otherwise you've got to use their little plug that's right in there. You see that? And I don't know if there's anything that you can get that you can stick outside of your bike. I honestly haven't looked into it for like an easy plug-in if you're going to be sitting, if your bike's going to be sitting for 2-3 months. To do this, it's freaking easy, man. We need our key. We need a 4mm. We need a Phillips. That's it. Change your battery, man. It's easy. Let's get to it. Oh, sorry. Before we get to it, the second thing we're going to do is I'm finally going to install the USB. So that's my two electricals. I'm going to combine them just because this thing's kind of dragging out. So I've already shaved. This USB connector had one of these little ridges down here because it's meant to go into the factory rubber boot that we are not going to use, because on the 2017, 18, and 19s, they've got a different dash design, so we don't have any area large enough. So yeah, I trimmed off those so we can cut out a hole out of the dash just big enough for this to slide through, put a little silicone on it, plug it in, we're good to go. I did test this to make sure that it works before I'm cutting the dash, and yeah, we're good to go. So we'll get to that. That'll be part 2 of this very same video. So if you want to see that and you're interested in that, not interested in changing the battery, go ahead and just skip forward to, let's see, let's go down to this little timestamp right there. Yeah, just jump to that. That's where we'll pick up when we're installing the USB. But let's get to the battery swap. I forgot, need a 3mm as well. Just to pull this battery retention strap. Swap out the Phillips for an 8mm. And let's go over to the scale. So here's an example of what we will use this pre-cut foam for. We want the batteries all to be the same size. So if you look at it, they're the same size that way. They're the same size that way, but they're a little bit shorter. So Sharai actually includes these pre-cut sections, and that'll make it the exact same size. So just the one battery, the old battery is 7 pounds, 10.75 ounces. The new, oh my god, new lithium, 2 pounds, 7.5 ounces. Seriously? Wow. So that's like 2 pounds 7 pounds 10, 5 pounds 3 ounces just for a battery. Nice. Forgot, that's not all that we're putting in. That's an extra ounce of foam. 2 pounds 8 ounces. That's everything that's going back in, just in the interest of fairness. Now to stick this stuff, it does come with a sticky backing on it. So you just peel off the backer and stick it to the side that you need it on. And if you need multiples, you just stick them to themselves. That way it won't move around, we won't lose any of this foam. See? Now those two batteries are as close to the exact same size, will fit right into the factory battery box. And if you notice, positive, positive, negative, negative. So my battery terminals should match up exactly. All right, back to the bike. Okay, back at the bike. One thing that I forgot to point out is you remove your battery going negative, positive, reconnect your bike or your battery to the bike going positive, negative. Just reverse that order. Make sure you're negative. It's out of frame. It's completely clear and it's not going to make contact. Now on this one, because of the way these terminals are, we're going to slide the battery in first so that we can have this positive come in and go over like that, and then we'll connect the battery tender like so. Battery gave me screws or bolts. I'm going to use them. So now's a chance for you to go hunting and try to find your 10mm socket for these battery connections. And just like that, we've got a lithium iron battery installed, and we saved 5 pounds. So now let's move on to that USB port. Welcome back to the second part where we install the USB charger on the Tuono on Empress. For this one, we're really just going to need, if you guys haven't seen, we're going to need the same screwdrivers as what we used when we installed the Puig windshield. Go ahead and check up in that, wait, no, it's that one. Go ahead and check up in that corner with the little eye that comes up, and that'll get you to it. But basically, we just need a Phillips that's a 4-inch, a stubby Phillips. We're going to use an assortment of drill bits and a drill. We're going to be using probably a little hand bandsaw. Definitely going to be using a couple different files to smooth out edges. And we'll need a pencil. Now, we are not going to be using the rubber bushing that comes in the kit. If you have a 2016 or older Tuono, you can use this because you've got a set location for it and it's a really easy install. If you're like me and you've got the 2017 or older, or 2017 or newer, that comes with a TFT dash on it, we can't do that. We've got to get creative on where we set this USB adapter, and we'll get to it. But anyway, we're also going to be using a Dremel possibly, and definitely going to be using my Gripshon little screw caddy that just sits on the top of the tank. But let's get to it. Okay, with the bike up on the back stand, not on a front stand, we can turn the wheel all the way to the left. We are working only on the left side. There will be 5 screws that we got to pull out. These 2 removes this panel. Pull it backwards and you'll expose another screw that's right about there. We've got this screw up here and this screw over here. Okay, that's the panel we're looking at. There is what appears to be, you guys can see it right there, the square that's cut out, or that's embossed. That's what you'll see on the 2016s and older. That's kind of their recommended place. It'll actually be a full square on the 2016s and older. But on these, we got to get a little creative. So, looking at the way this fits in there, ideally it's right here. Mark that with a pencil, so we're in that kind of area. Now you can't see the pencil mark. Anyway, right in there is where we want it centered. Judging from the X, which is right there, and flipping it over to the back, it's kind of eyeballing it, we're going to be going in right about there. So I'm going to drill a hole with that X, big enough for this connector to go through, so I can slide this through and get a good line on where everything is. Which, wow. Yeah, with a 1/2 inch it's going to be difficult. It's going to be snug.
plastic feels sharp enough, or soft enough. That's good. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. Shugu, disposable screwdriver, or what are those called? Tongue depressors, popsicle sticks. That's what I was thinking about. Grab something like that. Make sure you've got some rubbing alcohol or a cleanser that's not going to leave any sort of a film on it. Clean up the area where you're going to apply the Shugu. Make sure it's all nice and clean and lint free. Then we'll apply a thin coat of Shugu. And if you're quick, you can wipe Shugu or any of the silicone clean off of your disposable toothbrush or toothbrush. Yeah, use your roommate's toothbrush. Don't use your own. You can wipe it off with that disposable screwdriver, and then it's not so disposable. Let's go back to the bike and put all this back together. Back at the bike, grab this little plug. Remember, there's our pre-wired power plug. Pull off the cap, plug in that plug, and you tuck it back behind the dash so that all you got is the wires, and then just reassemble everything. Just like that. One thing since the Puig install I did learn, if you press these together as you tighten this screw down, you can close that gap right up. Make her nice and pretty again with the clean fit and finish that an Aprilia deserves. There we go. This panel exact opposite, so now we go from the front or from the back to the front. Slide it on. And just like that, we got a USB plug on our 2018 Aprilia Tuono factory. And it goes... Damn it. There goes everything. Oh, man. That's a mess. Just lost all kinds of rinseless wash as well. So there's the USB power plug. Okay guys, here we go. Proof of concept, key in, lightning cable plugged into the USB, into my phone, turn it on. Comes up, she's charging. Done. Now before I hear about it all in the comments, no, I do not recommend riding with a freaking 4-foot cable connected to your phone. Bundle this up or get a shorter cable, clearly. But
that's 2 little electrical upgrades that we can do pretty quick, honestly. It wasn't that bad at all. To the Aprilia to make her 5 pounds lighter and start better during hot conditions. You know, I'm talking about that Sharai Lithium Iron. Freaking weird. That's still odd to me. But anyway, you saw it on the scale. 5 pounds lighter plus. It's freaking awesome. And like 280 freaking cold cranking amps of power. You know she's going to start. And I don't have to worry about it. It's maintenance free. You know, these things can sit, that battery can sit for like a year without getting charged. Or if you ride it 2 hours a month, every month, the battery will stabilize itself, will maintain itself. So that's definitely a win. And the USB port on here. Now, one thing that Sharai did mention, sorry, before I move on to the USB port, I've got her plugged into a battery tender. She's been plugged into a battery tender for about 45 minutes. So in about 15 minutes, I'll pull her off of the battery tender and we should be good to go. Sharai does ship their batteries with a minimal holding charge, so they recommend charging them before use. But she's just fine right now. Everything's groovy. The USB charger, I don't recommend going the cheap route and trying to buy a adapter off of eBay. Definitely just go to AF1, buy the Piaggio or the Aprilia official freaking USB adapter. I know if you've got a 2017, 18, or 19, AF1 will say it doesn't fit. Buy it. It works. That's exactly what I got right here. I will include links to everything used in this video down below. Don't forget to check that description. If it's an Amazon link, it's an affiliate link. And I'm only going to put Amazon links down there if it's actually the best price or really, really competitive price compared to everywhere else. But it doesn't cost you any extra, and it definitely helps me out, gives me a little bit of a kickback. But until the next time, guys, everybody out there, keep that shiny side up. You know I love each and every one of you guys. Peace. Glad to finally have this done. Button that up. Nice and waterproof.